Wuthering Waves is just hours from releasing. It is so close. If by the time this video goes up, it might already be out, which in that case, what are you doing? Why are you here? Why are you watching this video? Go play Wuthering Waves, go grind, start getting your echoes, start going through the main game right now. You're wasting your time. Move this to the second monitor, listen, and keep going. But before you get too deep into this, I will give you a small rundown of things that you need to look out for, you need to be careful for, you need to pay attention to. So I ask for your full attention for a very small amount of time before you get into the game, before you get into the grind that's going to be Wuthering Waves. The longevity of this game depends on each and every one of us, and I believe that we will have an excellent and fun time together. So without further ado, my name is Quayver, and let's get straight into the video. We're not wasting any time here. First thing that we are going to go over is just basic currency. I'm sure a lot of people already know exactly what all these things do, but there are some people that are going to be unaware, and the best way to get through to those people is going to be through the Genshin Impact show. If you don't know Genshin Impact very well and you've never seen any of these stuff, then this is going to be completely irrelevant to you, but I will explain as we are going down, so it is going to still help out a little bit. First thing is going to be Primo Gems or Astrite. Primo Gems are the premium currency to summon on the banner. It's what you convert the paid, which is Genesis, into those Primo Gems in order to turn those Primo Gems into the acquired fates. So this game should work in a similar way if they are being compared, which means that you will spend IRL money for the Lunite that will turn into Astrite, and then you could turn the Astrite into the Lustrous Tide or the Radiant Tide to someone on the premium or the standard banner. After that, Forging Tide looks like it's going to be a weapon banner currency. It's going to be specifically for the weapon banner. That makes sense. PGR has the same system where there is the weapon banner specific tickets and currency. Moving on, we have the shell credits, which are Mora, which for any of your WoW players, that's like your gold, your silver, your bronze. That's the main currency that you use. Probably going to have to spend a lot of that to upgrade things like characters. If you play PGR, it's cogs. Now, if you do play PGR, you're going to know that once you start getting up higher, that these things are going to become very minuscule. They're going to become very finite. So I would strongly recommend that on top of upgrading the characters that you want, you hold on to the currency as much as you can. Don't just try to waste all of it, because you will run out in every game. And when it comes to end game, more than currency, more than resources, you will start running out of currency pretty quickly. Next thing, Resonance Potion Heroes Wit, that's character EXP. I mean, Resonance Potion is a character EXP. Energy Core, that looks like it's going to be the weapon EXP. And this Sonnet's Casket is going to be the Oculus, which is basically how you like level up the statues in Genshin to get more stamina, and you get like bits of rewards for it. So I guess that the Sonnet's Casket is going to be how you're going to upgrade your stamina. Moving on, we have Lunite subscription, which is basically the battle pass. The Osculite Afterglow, this is going to be the currency that you get from pulling 4-star and 5-star characters. That get a little exclusive shops so you can spend those currency in on those things. And then I'm gonna move my camera here. The last thing is going to be resin, and then the fragile resin, which is wave plate and crystal solvent, which means that likely we are going to be able to hit a cap on the wave plate, and then once you hit the cap on the wave plate, you could turn the wave plate into the crystal so that you could save it for later on if you want to grind later on. I'm not sure if there's going to be a cap for it, like how there's a cap of 5 fragile resin inside of Genshin, but we're going to have to wait and see since the game's going to drop very soon. Okay, moving on, next we're going to talk about the characters that you need to look out for, characters that you might be interested in, and I will just show you a quick tier list that I saw that I personally agreed with a lot. This is the witheringwaves.gg. This is all the characters that are currently in the game. Just give you a quick overview if you have not seen every single character that's going to be available for the races. Alto, Baiji, Kalkuro, Chixia, Danjin, Encore, Jianjin, Jinyan, Lingyang, Mortefi, both female MC, male MC, Sanhua, Taoki, Verena, Yang, Yinlin, and Yanwu. These are all the characters that are going to be in the game on release, I believe, and maybe the first or the second banner. To be honest, I'm not sure exactly which is going to be on the second banner, but I want to look straight at a tier list. This is just the overview. If you don't recognize any of the pictures, reference back to this part of the video, and you could check exactly their names so that you could go onto this website and look into exactly who you possibly want to main based on this tier list. The tier list that I most agreed with when I was watching through all of the tier lists is going to be the one that right here, Gacha Smack, he just put out earlier today, or it was yesterday, it was one of the 2 days. But based on how he structured and how he talked about it, I have to say that I mostly all agree with pretty much this entire list. Me personally, I think I'm personally like Encore right here. I want to grab Encore and do a lot of solo stuff with her because it seems really fun with how she could do a dot. How she does like the plunge to parry. I thought it was super cool and super interesting. I haven't gotten to my chance to dig my teeth into the game since I wasn't in CBT2, but based on preliminary testing from other content creators and seeing exactly how they go and they played all the other characters, this is the one that definitely interests me the most. And then alongside her, but Gacha Smack already called her, so it's fine. I'm going to put a link to this video in the description. This is just a quick reference in case you need to look at the tier list that I most personally agree with, that I think is the most fair, the most accurate, except for the fact that Calcharo is up here, but Gacha Smack specifically listed Calcharo's up there because he overplayed him in the CBT to the point where he no longer wants to play him in the actual game release. If you never played Calcharo, he's probably going to be right here with the must-have with Yin Lin and the other one that I can't particularly remember the name of at the moment, but these two especially go together very well if you want to build a lightning team. And then there's other elements as well. I believe Encore is Havoc, and then, you know, with the MC, definitely a must build because it's the free character, so you might as well build your free character because they might run out of power at some point, but they're going to be good to you up until that point. So I would highly recommend going into this character specifically. And then weapons are what I wanted to talk about next. This is the video that I watched to get a lot of recommendations when it comes to the weapons, what to look out for, what's not look out for. This is MTash. I'm going to leave this video in the description as well if you want to get the full in-depth into his mind. He knows a lot better than me, but I agreed with a lot of his takes here. Basically, just to sum up a point is that signature weapon is going to be the best for every character, obviously, and then the most universal weapon is going to be like the Favonius weapons that are in this game, which does things like give you more resonant skill energy, which is basically your ultimate energy. That's what you got to look out for when you're building these purple weapons, the 4-star, I believe they are 4 stars or whatever the rarity system in this game is going to be. And then obviously signature weapons are going to be above that, but you can never go wrong with investing into a resonance energy, like the building type of weapon. And there's a few niche weapons and niche scenarios that you can get into where maybe it works on one character, but not for every character. So in the early stages of the game, when we're going to be low on resources and you got to prioritize exactly where you want resources to go, the Favonius type weapons that give you resonance energy and then signature 5-star weapons are going to be your best bet to make sure that you are like fully rounded in your accounts. Okay, next I want to talk about echoes. When it comes to echoes, they're basically the main gears that you're going to be putting on. I believe that there's a full, you could equip up to 5, you could get a 2 set, you could get up to a 5 set, and they all have set effects. TLDR, you're going to want to put the Havoc set on the Havoc character, you want to put the Lightning set on the Lightning character. That's very easy. If you want the full in-depth explanation guide, I found this one right here to be the best. This is Mr. Pokey. He's very successful, obviously, with what he does, and he goes and he translates for CN a lot, and he does a very good job in this video. I appreciate this one a lot. And if you want the TLDR of the situation, it is when you farm the echoes, they're going to give you the main stats. So you want to farm 4 main sets, you want to farm 4 full sets, and then once you have those specific things, you can use a specific type of material to unlock their substats. Whereas this material, you need to use the resin, the Trailblaze power, whatever you want to call it, in the game in order to unlock those substats. So it is a limited resource quantity that you're gonna have to farm over a long period of time. So here's my recommendation for you when you get this. When you're first starting, when you're going into the game, when you're getting through it, when you're leveling up, when you're completing your Echo decks, when you're leveling up your Trailblaze level, whatever it is in this game, you need to make sure that when you get these main stats, even when you start getting gold echoes, you need to just level them up to get the main stat effect. You want to hold on to the main stat effect and the main stat bonus for as long as you can, and just use that to plow through everything that you possibly can. Because when you eventually get to a wall, if you've been using this limited resource to upgrade substats that are okay, or maybe on a piece that you might not use in the future, or maybe even you will use in the future, you're eventually going to hit a power wall. And if you hit that power wall and you have no way around it, it's going to feel very bad. It's going to feel frustrating. You're going to hit a lot of friction there unless you just develop a huge amount of skill, which also is a very good way to play the game. I would recommend learning the bosses, learning the phases, learning the parry timers, learning the dodge timers. It's a skill intensive game, but it could also be a skill unintensive game. It completely depends on how high the difficulty that you personally choose to turn it up to and how much you enjoy playing that out. But if you want to have one easy way to fix like the first real wall of friction that you're going to probably hit in this game, it is just get your gold echoes, equipped on the characters that you like with the main stats that you want, and use those up until you hit the wall of, even though I'm good at the game, even though I have the main echoes, I cannot progress past here, I do not feel strong enough. Then after that period of time, you'll have been farming the material that you need to unlock substats, and you're going to have a little surplus of them. And then you're going to immediately be able to overcome that friction wall that is going to hold you back otherwise, by unlocking every substat for the characters. Because if you're clearing like harder content in the game with only main stats, and that means that you're pretty skilled at the game or pretty good at the game. And if you're not up to that level, then you're going to be able to, you're not going to, you're going to hit that wall a bit earlier. But either way, it is good to know, because then you know it's like, okay, I have the main build I want. Now I just need more stats on this build, and it's, oh, I'm able to put more stats on the build because I've been patient, I've been waiting, I've been clearing the content that I can, which is going to be the majority of it, without unlocking these substats and wasting these resources. It's going to feel very good when you hit that friction wall to be able to overcome it, and it is going to be very good when you get there to continue pushing through, whereas some people might feel a lot of friction and then maybe slow down the game and give up on the game before you end up hitting the point where it's daily grind, daily grind, daily grind, and then a new update comes out for the game, and you play really heavily for about 3 days, and then it's back to daily grind, daily grind, daily grind. This is going to help you avoid that cycle a little bit longer, and it's just a little personal tip that I wanted to give out just in case. This video more as a refresher course, as we're just about to get into the game. We have a couple of hours left until it fully launches, and we're all excited for it. We're going to be happy, but I just wanted to give this just a short little overview, short little going into it, so that everyone can be fully caught up on the things they need to remember and pay attention to. And then anytime you have questions about the nitty and gritty, I'm going to link all 3 of those videos in the description. They're going to help you out a lot, so please reference back to them, please reference back to me, please follow the videos that I mentioned, like, comment, subscribe on them, like, comment, subscribe on me. And if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to just share it around so that people could have this small little refresher in case they didn't know anything. And let me know down in the comments if there's anything that you personally didn't know. I'm personally looking so forward to being able to play this character and every other character and just going through and bossing everything. I want to do some no hit runs with some, maybe if I could get good enough. Otherwise, I want to at least do like 1-person clears with stuff. I think it'd be super fun to solo even the hardest content in the game with Encore, and it's going to be super fun. And I can't wait to share all that with you guys and to see what you guys are able to come up with. But if you did enjoy the video, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell to be updated on future uploads, and I will see you all in the next video. And enjoy Wuthering Waves, and best of luck on your pulls when you finally get into the game later today or tomorrow. I will see you all next time. Peace.